It's an ASMR podcast. We're just all drinking tea for like an hour.
Everyone's drinking tea now. Do I play the? Should I play the intro as well to start?
Well, play a sound.
God.
Do you have a? Is this your soundboard?
The soundboard's there, but it's all like the default sound, so there's nothing that like.
Well, like, shouldn't we test the sound?
I mean,
level?
you can sure if you want. Like,
That's so quiet.
it's
to
quiet
me.
for you, but I think for us, what does that?
I heard it fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was mad quiet. That one seemed like a normal level sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a horrible noise. It sounds like I can't tell if it's applause or a wave at the ocean or what. So
random soundboard effects to fall asleep to. That's where all the sound effects came from. Okay, so should I play the where I had Discord open? Should I which intro am I playing?
Which
John?
one? Play them both. Let's see which one sounds better.
Okay, the Collin one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
That one is pretty bad. Okay, let's hit. I'm gonna hit Bizarre because I think I like Bizarre.
JJ likes Bizarre a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like it fits the theme a little bit. It gives the whole net negative theme. Like really.
It's just that long bass part at the end that like tails off.
This is like you like learning how to draw like piano notes in FL Studio.
I was literally like, I discovered that I can open the piano thing, and I was like, well, this is too much power. And then I just started putting notes in random places. It was awesome.
Went straight piano roll. Here, I'll play Trap too, and then we can edit which one we use in later.
This is just.
This one's a little boring.
The first. Let me see if I can find it. It reminds me of the Live Alive level in space. This is so specific.
I was like, specifically, it just made me think of like the Lavender Town music.
That's what Jenny said.
Oh
too.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's like a little spooky.
Like if you're in the ghost tower or whatever.
Yeah.
Not really a video thing that's gonna do it justice, but it's just like the screenshot of this little dude who's your whole space dungeon.
Oh, gotcha.
Because on Live Alive, you choose from a bunch of different like timelines or whatever. His is well, it's just called the distant future. I don't remember what his actual name is, but
Wonderful. Do you guys want cookies?
yes.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Are they filled with weed?
How'd you know?
For our first episode, I secretly drugged my friend.
I mean, you have to get like a catchy tag. They're Earl Grey chocolate chip cookies
cool.
that Nikki made.
There's a lot of bread in these.
Yeah.
Goes good with the tea.
I was gonna say I think they're good tea cookies because
I was just about to say, yeah. Maybe
They're
I
very
can. I don't want
bready.
to dip the chocolate part in the tea, but I want to dip some part in the tea.
You can dip me in your tea. We could ask the whatchamacallit? The question
you're
I asked John earlier, which is what's your like top 3 favorite cereal brands? I'm asking you.
Oh, okay.
That's a long pause. I'm really
saying-
deliberating.
So okay, so you said cereal brand. So I assume but you mean like cereals? Like cereal brand to me is like Kellogg.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes.
Like cereals.
Cereals.
Well, so because I had like a realization of how shitty cereal is for you, I had a really long phase where I was like, I'm gonna go and eat healthy cereals, and to me at that time that meant Special K, which is really not that much better, but
Right.
it's advertised that it's better, and I bought into that very quickly. So I really like, there's a seasonal one. It's lemon blueberry Special K, and it's got chunks almost like yogurt clusters of lemon and blueberry, and then the regular Special K. So I really like that one. I think it makes pretty much everyone's list. It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's just like the best around. Usually, when you're reaching for a sugary cereal, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is gonna do it. I don't care for any of the spin-offs, any of the like the peanut butter crunch or like the French toast crunch or any of that. I'm not gonna mess with that.
No.
And then usually I'm a big fan of like the flaky kind of cereals, like what you would see with Special K. They're kind of, the cereal itself is kind of a flaky style one. So I like Frosted Flakes. I'm pretty generic with those. I'm not a big Honey Nut Cheerio guy. I know a lot of people are into that, especially Jenny. But no, I'm not. And I think we actually were shopping for groceries the other day, and there was they were having clearance on some cereals.
Oh, clearance.
And I don't know if you know, the price of cereals these days is getting absolutely ridiculous. They're two for, I think the deal that we saw was 2 for $10 for cereal boxes. I was like, I'm not paying that. And like Jenny was like, I want some more cereal, and the Honey Nut Cheerios were 2 for $10. And I said, you're out of your mind. So there was clearance, and they're just like not high tier cereals by any means, but they were $2 each for like a family size box. So it was it's the Crave. Do you remember the Crave brand?
I
the
know
one
Crave.
that's
That's like chocolate in it.
Yeah, it's donut holes is the whole premise of it. And then the other one was Frosted Flakes, but Minecraft movie Frosted Flakes. They turn your milk green. And I didn't know if they had any special flavor. They don't, luckily. So it's just Frosted Flakes, but green.
I think the reason they turn green, but
Like creepers in Minecraft.
okay, well, the whole reason that we asked this is because it's a leading question to the secondary question, which is, out of the 3 that you picked there, what's your, if you were to fuck, marry, kill the mascot, what would your choice be? But at this point, your choices are the giant K,
Special K, lemon blueberry.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the little
Chompy
guys.
What that mouth do though?
or Tony the Tiger from Frosted Flakes.
Well, I think I'm going to marry the only humanoid-esque thing, which is Tony the Tiger.
Whoa.
He'll take care of me. He's great. As far as...
Hold on. Okay.
I like how you bang the table first.
I know. That was my hand hitting the table.
Lead up.
I did... I think the Cinnamon Toast Crunch is just way too teethy of a mascot for anything to happen. So I think I'd have to kill the Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot and
sleep with the big K.
And fuck the big K, dude.
Sleep with special
There's
K.
just a
holes,
huge
I
letter
guess.
K.
I mean, it's just you can figure something out. But I had heard that like whatever your response to this was offensive to John in some manner. So
it was a different question, but regarding cereal still, which is whether or not you should put cereal in first before the milk.
Can I tell the entire story?
Okay, yeah. John can tell the whole story.
So we're walking out of the gym, and when we walk out of the gym, we weigh ourselves every time just to keep track.
After, not before.
After the workout.
Weird.
Is that weird?
I feel like you should weigh before.
Before?
That's a whole different conversation, though.
Okay, anyway. So we always weigh ourselves after the workout. And we weighed ourselves one day, and we both gained like 4 pounds from the prior day.
Okay.
And we weighed ourselves like the same time. It didn't make any sense. So we were just like, that's really weird. And so we're walking out, and JJ was recalling what he ate that day. And he was like, yeah, I ate milk and cereal. And I was like, all right, hold on. First of all, when you say cereal, it implies both the cereal and the milk in one bowl.
But yeah, okay.
So you don't need to say milk and cereal. And second of all, by the way you said that, it sounds to me like you put the milk in the bowl first and then the cereal, which if I'm friends with someone of 15 years and they're doing that, that's crazy.
I don't think it is. I think it's perfectly fair. I think plenty of people do that. I think you could ask anybody. And
so you do that?
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, you're wrong.
Well,
but I think I don't blame you for shrouding yourself in secrecy. Knowing
yeah, he's been hiding it all this time.
It wasn't a secret. That's what I do.
So I think there's a lot of those weird cereal trends. I think you're in the minority. I don't know how low of the minority, but you're definitely in the minority.
Always in the minority.
But
Always.
Jenny does, her affinity for the red Solo cups.
Oh.
She puts
like
Honey Nut Cheerios in one red Solo cup and milk in the other one. And it's just like cereal and then milk. Like,
and she
it's an
double
active
fist it? Like,
yeah, exactly.
See,
it's like an active mix.
That's a different act of that's almost like adultery level.
Yeah.
But I think I understand it because it keeps it fresh,
See, but that's my thought process. process. That's why I put the milk in first and the cereal on top, because the cereal that piles on top of the ones that are floating on the milk stay fresh, and then when you're eating the cereal, you get to the ones underneath first, so they're like freshly soaked, and then the ones that are on top that get dunked in later don't get soggy right away because you poured milk all over the whole dang thing to start with.
Here's my thing: is that when you pour the cereal in second, your milk's gonna get everywhere. Like it's gonna.
You mean you're plapping? Your cereal's
the cereal's plapping on top of the milk, and then your whole sogginess point is like the same difference. If you pour milk on top, the bottom of it's still gonna be more soggy. So it's just soggy management. You got to like get your spoon in there, get the lower ones.
I understand where JJ is coming from, because the milk, when you pour it over, it will get like the topmost ones, like the milk has to pass through them, right? So it will start to get them soggy, but like I've never even cared if my cereal's soggy. Like I just eat it.
I mean, maybe it shouldn't matter to me because I eat my cereal so fast anyways.
I think you're putting a ton of thought into it.
It just makes it better, okay? In my experience as a 29-year-old man, after all these years of eating cereal, the best way to do it is milk and then cereal. And also, unless you're pouring your cereal from your roof down to your first floor, there's no way
it depends
you
on
are
the size of the cereal.
splattering milk everywhere.
Next time we got to get a bowl of cereal on here, and I want to see you pour that milk and not a drop.
What kind of cereal are you eating?
It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, so like I would think if you get like the equivalent of a belly flop from your Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it would, like, landing on the milk.
I guess that's what the commercials look like. But then again, John's having like chocolate covered bowling balls or something.
Yeah.
Like, and pouring it into a plate of milk, which is why it goes everywhere.
It could definitely, I could see it happening. I don't know. It would be hard to say for sure. I just don't even, I do think the act of just pouring milk in a bowl just naked is kind of fucked up, but
why are you not wearing
it's just
clothes?
Weird. But like I can understand the logic behind it. I mean, I've had to get used to, like I said, Jenny's weird thing, but I've always been a cereal into milk gamer.
Sorry, the two solo cups are always gonna come to you.
That is crazy.
I always remember the Snapchat. I don't know if we're allowed to out our spouses on this or not, but I always remember.
I would expect it comes with the territory.
I remember the Snapchat you sent me, and you were like, "Check this shit out." And you put like a broomstick under your bed, and you swept out like 14 red solo cups.
It was more than 14, and I told you I was late to the recording of this today, and part of the reason is because my parents came over to help me give me some more furniture and move it in and stuff. And so when we went into my bedroom, my parents hadn't seen my house furnished yet. And so we went into my bedroom, and our bed is kind of like in the middle up against, like the middle back up against a window or two windows.
Centralized room location.
Centralized.
Yeah.
And so there's a nightstand for either of us. And my nightstand has like the wireless charger and the lamp. And that's it. And Jenny's nightstand has a bunch of other bullshit and a bunch of red Solo cups. And my parents were like, well, I know where Jenny sleeps. I know which side. It was like probably 4 red Solo cups already. So
that's crazy that she has such an infatuation with the red Solo.
You guys have been over. We don't have glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so I told her when we moved into this place, I was like, we should just get a thing of glasses. Mm-hmm. Like, and she's like, no, we just keep getting red Solo cups. I'm like, she's like, they're easier to you just throw them away. I'm like, that's a perpetual purchase. We will always be purchasing red Solo cups. Financially, that makes no sense. But yeah, she's very red Solo cup pilled. I think we have to evolve past that point in our life.
Not just red pilled, red Solo cup pilled.
Plugged in more?
Yeah. No.
It's kind of...
It's thick. That's mine. Mine is extra
his
thick
is very thick
than the rest of yours.
You know, I don't know.
I can still hear it. It sounds
okay. Well, as long as it sounds fine.
It does. Good.
Have we started?
Oh, yes. It's been going for the last 15 minutes.
I realized when he asked me the cereal question, I looked and I was like, oh, it's recording.
I was wondering if we started.
But I didn't want to say it.
It was going since I gave you guys the cookies.
Oh, okay.
That's how long it's been running for.
Well, do we need to quickly introduce ourselves?
I think you were the one that said you wanted to cold cut this.
Okay, I have a bit ready.
You wanted to cold turkey this so bad.
I have a bit. Here we go. All right, ready? I'm bringing this thing down. Thank you for choosing that negative airline. Why are you doing that?
Oh, sorry. I thought that's what you were waiting for.
All right, no. Here we go. That wasn't even a drum roll. That was clapping.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Am I supposed to be doing this too?
Maybe. Hold on.
I don't know what's supposed to be happening here.
Thank you for choosing Net Negative Airlines.
Oh.
This is your pilot, John, speaking.
Oh, Pilot John.
Welcome aboard. Imagine that played on an airplane.
And this episode was sponsored by Zoom PodTrack P8 with the all 9 default sounds.
This is like too much power for
This
JJ.
is insane.
All right, back to the...
We just lost the 3 viewers we had from that nonsense.
I requested if you guys to send me sound effects, and John sent me one request, which was to get the cat that says Bagagua. And I couldn't find a single good clip of that cat saying Bagagua.
That's crazy. No, that's a good one.
Shout out to Merv, if Merv ever listens to this podcast. The owners are cool too, but we're here for Merv.
So, I guess that was your...
No one participated in my pilot.
Well,
bit.
and
It's
I
supposed
was
to be
like,
a riff.
How are we supposed to participate?
I didn't know if I was
Pilot?
supposed to be
Are
an
we also-
assistant pilot, or am I supposed to be a stewardess?
Ah,
I could have been a stewardess.
Yeah.
You could be. You could be like motioning the seatbelt.
Yeah,
and
but
everything.
this is like, I could be the...
I could be the guy like.
This is your pilot speaking again. We've run out of nuts for your in-flight snack, but don't worry, there's plenty of nuts up in this cockpit.
I wasn't sure which one to play for that.
That's a good one. That's a good choice. Yeah.
No tough choice.
That's
Yeah.
Anyways, I said my name, so they know who I am now.
yeah.
They don't need to know.
Yeah. They'll figure it out.
They don't need to. They're gonna find out 12 episodes later who
True.
we actually are, and then they're all gonna stop
My
following.
name is Collin. And that's JJ.
I like your nice little smile. My name's Collin.
I'm gonna zoom in on your face for that. Yeah.
That's me.
There's no rhyme or reason for the podcast. We're just here to.
We're gonna figure out the rhyme or reason over the next 300 episodes of this that we do.
God, if there's 300, that's 300 hours. 300 hours
Minimum.
by 24 hours. That's like my days straight.
Are we gonna
That's so.
send this as an editless podcast, or are we gonna be editing in this podcast?
There might be a little bit of editing.
I think there will have to be for the past 20 minutes at least, but going forward, I don't know.
John was saying he wanted a good tight hour, and that's what we're aiming for right now. Is a good tight hour.
I like my
if we could have a
hours
nice tight hour.
My
one that's
hour's
really
tight, my milk's
nice
loose.
tight hour. I'm gonna use that button.
Yeah, you're gonna be using that quite a bit.
So
So you did just move into a new place.
I did just move into a new place.
Do you like it? Do you hate it?
I don't want to just like out exactly where I live on the internet, but
But I mean, if you could drop at least like the street name, zip code.
yeah.
Throw in your social security number while you're at it.
Yeah.
Last 4 digits.
It's nice. We were previously living with a roommate that you both know.
Yeah.
And we were living in a 3-bed place. And now we have upgraded. We have ditched the roommate. I just left him for wear on the street. I said, we're done. And he just moved out, broke up with him, everything.
Why are we treating him like he should not be named? Everyone gets an anonymous.
Well, I don't want to just put people on the internet who don't necessarily want to be on the internet.
We're also reuniting with him tonight, so you can reunite with your ex.
Oh, true.
Oh, there you
That'll
go.
be awkward. I'm
Perfect.
looking forward to that. Yeah.
Great.
No. So, no, we moved out, and we moved from that place was a 3-bed. It was a 3-bed, 3-bath, but 2.5 bath, I'd say. Anyways, and we have moved into a house about 20 minutes away from there, 15, 20 minutes away from there. It's 4-bed, 3-bath, with like 2. It's got a den and a living room, which I had to learn how to like process when I was looking at the floor plan. I was like, this is just 2 living rooms, and it wasn't like sad or anything. So, and that's been kind of its own thing. I've had to identify each room because we have issues with our windows that people are addressing, and they've been like, oh, excuse me. They've been like, oh, what room is this attached to? And I'm like, I don't know. Is this a den or the living room? We've got a den, a living room, a dining room, a kitchen, and a kitchenette. And it's very...
Kitchenette is quite fancy.
Yeah.
Kitchenette's
So,
fancy.
and the house is old. The house is, I don't remember the exact year it was built, but it was a while ago, like 60s or 1960s or something like that, 1970s.
That's the asbestos.
It's got, I don't think either of you have been over yet because it is still new. I've only been here 3 weeks, been there 3 weeks. So it's got a lot of built-in bookshelves, which is one of the reasons we liked it so much, is because we have a lot of books. Jenny's a book girl. I'm a book guy in that I love buying books and
not reading them.
And, yeah, reading the summary, being like, God, I'd love to read this book, and then just put them on the shelf.
Yeah.
So we did. There's in the den. there's a giant like floor to ceiling window in the middle, and then on top there's like a top shelf, and then it leads into 2 bookcases on either side. And then you go into the living room, and on the whole right side of the living room, it's just bookcases, like 3 kind of bookcases in a row, and then there's this other space I'm going to talk about in a second, and then one more smaller bookcase. And this space that I just mentioned, it's just a nook for a CRT and a VCR. It's got like a little nook where you put a fat television, and then it's got this little drop down kind of thing made out of wood too that's clearly meant for a VCR, which is of days past, right? So,
but that just means you have a dedicated GameCube setup.
Yeah, you got the CRT, you got Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Yeah, and so I was thinking we can hook up I could just put that as a retro console corner or something, because I got the 64 and a Super NES, and they all perform better on that stuff. So we haven't quite figured out what we're gonna do with it yet, because it's so oddly shaped. Right now we've just got like a random boss with fake flowers in it in there, and it's like kind of okay, but it's not really. But back to just the design of the house, and then the kitchen has. I think your parents' house kind of has this, but they converted it. It was a desk nook in the kitchen, and
it's to like do your taxes.
It's for like old people. It's for balancing your checkbook and doing your bills and stuff like that.
My parents turned theirs into like a bar. They put like a wine fridge in there. And
So it's turned into Jenny's plant station for now, for potting her plants and stuff. And if that's what it ends up being, that's totally fine. It was kind of weird because we didn't get to tour the house before. We got offered a great price. And we tried to tour it, and they were like, the lockbox doesn't work. We can't get you a tour.
Yeah.
And so we were like, well, for the price it's at, this thing is just going to get scooped up by someone. And the neighborhood it's in is a really good neighborhood, family oriented, that kind of thing. So we just were like, all right, we just applied for it without looking at anything, and we got it. So, we have the 4 bedrooms. We have the master bedroom. Jenny and I kind of independently have our rooms with our desks in it that we can decorate. Jenny's is very plant oriented, and then she's got all her like cinnamon roll and Sanrio figures and
every pink related item known on the planet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I have mine kind of decorated a little bit. I still have to unpack some stuff, and then I'm turning the last bedroom into a home gym for the time being.
Just like John. Wow.
It's
I never go in there.
Because that's going to be the thing. You're going to spend like a couple $1,000s on it, and then you're just going to be like, well, I'm not ever going to step foot in that room again. So
precisely.
That's the plan.
You set it up so nice that you never want to touch it again. That was my plan originally. It was like, I'm going to set up my like garage gym. I'm going to have like a pull-up bar. I'm going to have a squat set. I'm going to have like all the racks and everything. I bought like that expensive fucking set of dumbbells.
Yeah.
And then I put it all in there, and it's sitting next to my half-assembled bike that I crashed, and have not been touched for like the last like couple months. So.
But whenever you do decide to get back to it, they're there and they're ready. So.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have a gym buddy that I have to meet every couple of days.
Oh, unfortunately. We're the only reason why each other goes to the gym. I wouldn't be going by myself. There's no way.
We're literally the sole reason why we're able to make it to the gym.
Well, I think before, when John was going to the gym, he was going with me. So John has only ever buddied it up to go to the gym, I want to say.
That's crazy.
Which, I mean, it's cool. I like working other people in and like kind of, there's a space for both, I think. A space for being in your own headspace, being in the gym by yourself and stuff, but it can be boring. And then if you have someone that you can joke around with or, do stuff with. It's cool.
I've always been able to jog by myself. Like our jog days, if JJ's there or not, like I'm probably jogging.
Yeah.
And like it's fine. But going to the gym, I would,
Well, you're way more cardio pilled than either of us.
I was gonna say, because every time I go to jog with John, he's like, "Yeah, I like jogging by myself because I can't keep up." You're like a good minute and a half in front of me, anyways. So it's not like I'll ever be jogging with you. I'll be jogging like a good 10, 20 feet behind you.
The other day you were close. I turned my head and you were around the corner, and I was like, "Oh, he's catching up."
See, the issue now is that because I being 185 trying to lose weight, and John was previously 160.
When we started last year, I was 145, and then I plateaued at 155 for a little bit, and now I'm 170.
So I wish I was 170.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I've been working constantly trying to reduce the weight, and then John's been working hard on gaining the weight. And the thing is that with gain weight, you get that extra strength, which is great, but your run starts to suffer a little bit.
Yep.
So he's slowing down, and then when I'm losing weight, I get a little bit faster. So we tend to meet right there in the middle.
You'll have crazy swings though. Like I think one week you were like your fastest time, the next week you were like 3 minutes above the time or something.
Like this last week was awful. Like the cold weather hit, and my lungs were just suffering. Like
you do have like a little asthma thing going
no,
on.
not a little. I have asthma.
That can't be good. So, well, it's the prospect of you two meeting up to run only for John to just immediately ditch you is just hilarious.
It happens every time. And like the couple of times where like I'm able to sort of keep up, it's literally like I know the route around the neighborhood, so I follow the route, and then by the time I get to the end, John's like already there taking his like cool down lap.
Victory lap?
Yeah, his victory lap. Like cheering me out.
I feel like the Koopa from Super Mario 64.
Oh, dude, that guy was a menace if he got to his like final difficulty, man. So
the most motivation I get though is like if I'm like just close enough behind him to where I can see him around the next corner. That's enough in my brain to keep me going and like to speed up just enough to catch him again at the next corner and then the next corner.
I had to distinguish if you were talking about the Koopa from Mario 64 or John.
It could apply to both. It could be both.
I cross that corner and I see that
Just
sucker
see
right there. I want that star. No, but yeah, I think that's. I'm not. I mean, I've never been able to do cardio very well, and as you guys know, I've pursued a career in law enforcement, and for everything there, cardio. Is massive. Like you have to, they time, your runs, there's the POPAD, there's all these different like fitness kind of things you have to go for. There was a time where like I could just be like I could do a solid 7-minute mile, 7.5-minute mile, and that was all right. I've seen people do 5-minute miles and stuff too. So.
Those are like the crazy in shape soccer players that are like
So if I was in the 7 to 8 range, I was satisfied, and I got to that point, and then I got a desk job, and I've just never been able to do that again. So
sitting 8 hours a day can't be that bad for your like legs and posture.
As you're working out, I was working out for a short period when I first started working, and then I was like, what's the point of this? And then I stopped for like a year. I went back for a few months, and then I was working out before we went to Japan, and then after the Japan trip I was like, I'll get back in there. And then
the getting back in there is pretty tough. It does take a little bit.
It's finding the time for me for like being the one who like does dinner and stuff and has to get up and be gone early in the morning. The way I used to do it is I used to get up at like 5 or 4:30 or something,
crazy.
And then get to the gym before work and then go to work and then come home, and you would just be exhausted. You come home, you cook dinner, you eat, it's like 7 or 8,
dead.
And your body's tired, super tired. So it was like pretty validating mentally to be able to do that, but at the same time, like just so little free time.
Your body probably can only handle so much.
Yeah.
On top of like your mind just like losing it.
And it was tough, but at the same time, like I said, whenever you're in the gym, your mental health is better than what it was if you weren't in the gym. So that played a little bit of a part, but hopefully with this home gym, it'll be easier to access for me, and that's kind of my plan, be able to just do it after dinner or something like that, never leave the house.
What gym do you go to?
I used to just go to Planet Fitness. Back when I lived in Greenville, I went to a really nice gym called Champions. Now when I came back up here, I was just like, I'm not going to pay. Like a lot of the gyms up here in Raleigh want to charge like 50 to 100.
Especially if they're in Raleigh.
Per month. And I'm not going to do that. Where Planet Fitness charges like 10, 15, 20, somewhere in there. So I did that, and the problem was the times that I had available to go were just also peak gym hours. So like a lot of the time you have to,
which is awful.
Based on especially if you're in the gym on a time constraint, you're like, okay, I have 1 hour to work out, and you can't. People are always on certain equipment, and you just have to forego. Like there would be chest days where I'm just like, well, won't be able to hit the bench. Like it's and that doesn't feel good. So now the ability to have a room that I can also like customize, put like speakers in, I can blast music and decorate how I want, and then just not have to fight for equipment is just nice. But I mean, you got to financially put up for it. It's obviously more than $10 or $15 a month. But.
It's I mean, if you can get everything you want, and you get like the barbells, you get the squat rack, you get the bench for everything, it's like it can be worth it, but it's it also takes up a lot of room.
It's also upstairs, and moving all the equipment upstairs is not great.
That's just part of the workout. Like that's just part of your routine now. It's carry it all up.
Setting some of it up already. I had an old machine I used when I was working out for trying to prep for Secret Service, and there was a machine that I had that is just a dips, pull up, push up machine, and it has a pulley system, so you can do like bicep curls, tricep extensions, that kind of thing.
Oh,
so
nice. Yeah.
I can do that on there, but I'm gonna try and find, like you said, the space is a big thing, because the place that I have, even though it's 4 bedrooms, like they're not huge like bedrooms, because there's 4 of them, right? So it kind of makes sense with that. So I'm trying to find out one that is a bench and a squat rack in one, so it doesn't take up as much space. But I haven't done too much exploring into that to really figure out what I'm going to do.
What do you got in your gym setup, John, that you can hand off to sell a call?
I have my old roommate's interchangeable weights, like the dumbbells.
Oh, I have those already.
I was going to say I also have interchangeable dumbbells.
I have those. And
well, darn.
I think
I have a bench in there.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay. I also have a bench.
Anything?
Do you want a bench?
With the bench?
No, just a bench.
Just a bench, dude.
The bench came from when I had the full squat rack and put bench set up earlier.
So you've since got rid of the squat rack.
Oh yeah, squat rack's gone.
Okay.
So now I just have a bench that's very lonely.
You never know when you're gonna need a bench, dude. Sometimes you just need to take a break.
Nikki uses it to stack all of her her shop equipment stuff on.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's great for organizing.
I think my next plan, I'm still focusing on just unpacking and getting everything in the house where it needs to be, and then I'm going to start moving to filling out that room. And first thing I'm going to need to do is get those foam pads, the foam puzzle piece looking things.
I have those in there
to put on the floor. Yeah,
even though it's on carpet. So
yeah, because my gym room is hardwood, so you're going to want the pads or something for them.
Damn right, it's hardwood.
Okay.
There it is.
Anyways, so that's my plan for that going forward. But
did you guys end up taking the couch with you?
No.
Oh.
No, we had a big sectional, and it was too big to fit into the house that we have now is kind of like circularly designed, so like the den leads into the living room, and the way the living room is kind of situated, if we put that couch in there and you came in from the den, you would just have to go forward, left, and forward to get around the couch, and it just didn't make sense. So
I'm so challenged with directions. You described that, my brain did a backflip.
Yeah.
I was straight line, just straight line. If there's a wall there, I'm just gonna.
You could certainly try, but I don't think it would get you very far. So we have to downgrade our couch from the sectional, which was very comfortable and very large, and dogs loved it, to just a regular, probably a 3-seater, I would say, 3 or 4-seater. But
some of the Facebook Marketplace stories you were telling me trying to sell that couch.
Yeah, I did. I have got rid of a few things, and because of the time constraint on when we were moving, it got to the point where I was listing a few things for free, which just invited so much nonsense. And the names that people have on their profiles are also bizarre. Do you remember the one that I showed you?
Wasn't one T-Train or something?
Oh, T-Train was a classic, dude. There was just a dude named T-Train, and as it turns out, it was a company of some sort. But all it shows you is T-Train. And T-Train wanted my sofa or something. And so they messaged me, and they were one of the first ones. And usually what I try to do is I try to respond to the first people who contacted me first. And I ended up getting 40 or 50 messages for the couch within 3 hours probably of listing it, because it was 200. I listed it at 200, which is
for that section
already a fair price for the couch.
Moly.
And most people did not want to pay 200. And so T-Train was one of the first few who messaged me who said that he'd be willing to pay the 200. Well, it seemed outwardly like he would be willing to pay the 200, and he was just I can come get it. I'm interested. And I was sick. It's still available, and just the initial message, and then just nothing from T-Train for 4 hours. And at that point, like I said, time constraints, so I'm just okay. And he had seen the message, and I was just I'm just having to move on. So I contacted the next person. I ended up working out. I ended up getting it to somebody else. And then T-Train messaged me. He's I could come tomorrow for couch. And I'm I just didn't respond to T-Train, and he was like, not even 5 minutes after he sent that message, hello, space question mark. I'm like, T-Train, you can't do this to me. Like, we just had this communication thing happening, and you're trying to get my attention after you didn't respond to me for 4 hours. So I tried to help T-Train out, but he wasn't as responsive as I needed him to be.
The way you like narrate his responses makes T-Train sound like a caveman. T-Train, come tomorrow. T-Train, come tomorrow.
T-Train want couch.
He didn't understand time, so T-Train might have been a caveman. I don't know.
T-Train, come at sundown.
I did have, before the final person, I had one other guy who was actually responsive. Is just his response I can relate to. He said, this would be great for our family. I can come out today or tomorrow. Happy to pay full price, And so I'm like, great. And so I said, still available, all yours if you want it. And then he took like 30 minutes to message me back, and he said, hi, my wife has bought a couch. I can't have this couch anymore. I was like, okay. So it just kind of got superseded. So, but we did end up getting it to somebody else.
It was the one guy who was like, I want this couch in my life.
Dude. He said, it will mean so much to me if I can have this couch. You don't understand. I need this couch in my life.
Did he say it like you were like gonna donate a couch to him?
I don't even know. It still had a price tag on it. He was just like literally begging, like, please. You don't understand. Like, I need this couch.
His virtual hands and knees.
He was like the second to last person to message me. It was listed as pending by the time he messaged me. Like, I don't know how things are going for him right now because he didn't get the couch. But
he's probably messaging somebody else. This would mean so much to me.
So
I've never had a couch before.
I did end up getting it to someone. It was a couple. They were former military and they had dogs too. So I did say in my listing that the couch came from a dog-friendly house. And so we took it apart and we got it in their vehicle. And I think I can talk about this now because I did get my security deposit back, actually, and it is in full. So
nice.
I don't mean this with any shade to them, but they moved their truck to get it to better accommodate putting the couch in the truck. And so they had got in the truck to move it, and our I guess for people who don't know, our driveway was like what is it, 75 degrees?
Steep
driveway.
Steep driveway. And so they pulled forward, and I said, you could come in the garage. And I don't think they ended up coming from the garage. They wanted to just come up close to the garage. And so their truck was initially parked, and they pulled forward kind of into my grasp, but like whatever. And then they just launched it back, and it went like full. So my garage is like here, and like, so this is like the left side of my garage, just went straight down, launched back, bam, just right into the right side of my garage. And it didn't do a lot of damage. It kind of like scratched some paint, and it did bonk the like mechanical slider where the garage comes down. But I just like took a hammer and was like tink 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 like caveman, and it worked it fine. I cleaned up the paint as best I could, and I mean, you can't really tell that anything happened unless you're looking for it. And they felt really bad. They tried to give me money, and I was just like, no. Only if I don't get my deposit back. So,
in game, this all happened in game.
We didn't expect to get any of our deposit back. I mean, that house was, to put it nicely, a piece of shit. I mean, for what it was happening. I mean, our bedroom was downstairs, and you could see there was this crack that was running along the top of our door frame. And my dad, he's been in the windows and doors houses industry for a long, long time. He came over. He said, "Yeah, the foundation is just failing. Like it's where the foundation of the house is just like either collapsed or is failing or something, and the house is trying to fall, and it's trying to hold it together on the top end, so this crack is just happening." I was like, oh, that's probably great. And we were close to moving out at that point anyway, so I was
our
like,
old place was actually just like that.
Yeah,
it literally had like cracks all along the walls, and we were like, and I remember when we first like got the place, it was like we had seen some people complain about like possible foundational like issues, and the inspector was like, yeah, I mean, it might be a problem a couple years. And then that was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So then a couple years later, and then it became a problem. I was like, oh. So.
Yeah, it was. And then there were problems in our roommate's room too, like flooring issues, and then I mean, just
did he just pee all over the carpet?
That's what he did. How did you know this guy? The most uncontrollable bladder I've ever encountered in my life, and he did not tell us that prior to moving in.
Yeah.
So I mean, you just go to bed, and our bedroom was right under his.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, pure stank.
Yeah.
Night and day having to deal with that.
Dripping through the ceiling.
But luckily, despite that, they gave us our deposit back. They were like, well, they must have just, maybe it smelled like pee in there before, and they were just like, that's okay.
That's
fine.
good.
So, thank you. I don't know what that sound even is.
I think it's
like a howling wind.
I think it is applause.
It's applause.
I can't tell.
It's supposed to be applause. I don't know.
I thought of that one Black Keys song, like instead of gold on the ceiling, it's piss on the ceiling.
Piss on the ceiling. Yeah. Fit right in. I'll have to put Mason onto that. Oh, outed. Oh well. But
I can bleep it out later.
But yeah, that's. I mean, our whole housing situation. It's been kind of a headache. I mean, just the past 3 weeks, wondering if we're going to get the deposit back, which I spent all day, our last day there, just cleaning the whole place, trying to make it look as good as possible. So, and that's a lot of work when you have 3 fat dogs,
Hairy dogs.
hairy dogs.
Hairy.
So.
Fuzzy dogs.
But I mean, we put in good work, so we did end up getting the deposit back. I don't think. I just learned this yesterday that we got the deposit back. Jenny told me like last night, I think, if she got home. So Mason doesn't know this yet. So hopefully he does know before we put this on and we've given him his part of the deposit. 'Cause otherwise, it might not be great. But yeah, it's all right. Things are progressing, and then I mean, I don't know when we're going to get around to uploading this, but Halloween is coming up this Friday. I'm looking to decorate my house a little bit, but I hadn't been able to go out and get any decorations because, like I mentioned, I'm in a family-oriented neighborhood, so like everybody's decorating like crazy.
So now you're behind.
Our neighbors told us to expect at least 40 trick-or-treaters. I've had in my life probably 10 total for everywhere I've lived, so... Yeah, but all that to say, do you have any plans for Halloween? Are you guys doing anything?
Not even going to be here. I have to be at a wedding in Boston.
On Halloween?
On Halloween.
Is that
the day after also my anniversary. So
oh wow.
Yeah, so we're going to be flying on our anniversary into Boston for somebody else's wedding.
And so their wedding is on Friday? Is on Halloween?
It is I think it's November 1st.
Okay, so Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're going up to New England. It's like witch trial, Salem area. Yeah, it could be a little spooky.
Oh yeah, very very spooky. Yeah. Everyone knows how much I love spooky things.
I have recently started to delve. I don't love spooky things actually, but I have started to delve down that stupid ghost hunter rabbit hole on YouTube. And I don't know why. One just got recommended to me, and I was just like, "Well, yeah, well, I'll just have this in the background while I do something else." And I was just like in. I was locked in. So
I don't even do like crime dramas and like what is it called, mystery podcasts. Like Nikki loves those.
Yeah.
We were on that one ski trip with you and Nikki, and you went out for food to get us all food.
Yeah.
And Nikki put on a true crime thing. I was so invested in this true crime thing.
They're really good.
I had like never really watched one, but it was like the best ever. Like her father abused her like her whole childhood life. But like she was a child, so she didn't really realize it or understand it. And then she became an adult, and then she watched some film about horses, and she saw the mother horse and the child horse, and she was just like, my mother and my father. And then she figured out her father abused her when she was like 35 years old.
Holy moly.
And like all of this came out. It was crazy.
I used to watch, because like I mentioned earlier, my history is in criminal justice, so I used to consume a lot of true crime content. The main one I watch is very popular. It's called Crime Junkies, is one of the podcasts. I haven't
heard that one.
She put on, but that one was really good. There was another one I started listening to a little bit after that, but I didn't stick with it. But I've since just fallen into just documentaries, stuff on YouTube. Just Explore With Us is a phenomenal YouTube channel that does true crime documentaries, has police cam footage, has interview footage, is one of my favorite channels to watch. But they're usually hour-long videos for their main channel. They have side channels and stuff. I don't want to go too much on a tangent, but like the content's out there, and I am just all in on it. It's so good.
Now I know which ones to avoid. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of those will ever be Horse Lady, but
no, yeah, Horse Lady's pretty.
Horse Lady was pretty peak.
That's up there. So
yeah.
Well, what about you? What Halloween plans do you have?
Normally for Halloween, I close my windows and turn off all my lights, and I stay in my house and do nothing. So
is that what's happening?
That's my plan this year.
You said normally, so it was like maybe there's going to be a change or something. But that's it. All right.
I think pretty much every year we have either not been here because we were somewhere else out of town or at a function on Halloween night, and every night that we leave out like the bowl of candy.
Oh yeah.
And we just like put a sign on it. It's like, please take one. And every time I like check my Ring doorbell,
I was gonna say
there's one kid taking all of it.
One kid walk up, read the sign, and just kind of shrugs and lifts up the entire bowl of candy and dumps it in their bag, and then puts the bowl back and walks away.
I was
every single year.
I was such a morally good kid when I was a child. I never did that. I would only take one. I wouldn't even take two. I would take one. I would not.
I used to trick or treat with 10 other kids, but when we saw those bowls, we'd clean those bowls out. Like we would each take like a big handful and put it in our thing. Like, yeah.
John was the kid.
Yeah.
He's the one coming to my house to take all my candy.
Probably. John or his child. I bet.
We used to walk around with pillowcases, like not even like normal buckets. Like, I mean, our goal was to fill the pillowcase.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, I would do my neighborhood, or like I actually trick-or-treated in the neighborhood I'm living in now once when I was a kid. Because they had the quality.
They have the full size
Kit Kats, the Twix.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but I used to come home and I would dump all my candy out and I would sort it into like the good shit and like whatever anybody else can have.
Yeah.
You know? So I do kind of miss that. I'm definitely gonna do that with my future child's haul, whether they want me to or not. I will be participating.
I lived in a I don't know how to describe it, a communist household where we would you
have the context. You have 3 siblings.
I have 3 siblings, and we would all go out trick-or-treating, and we would all try to compete to see who would get the most candy, and we would all get our candy, bring it home, be so excited about it, and our parents would make us pour out the candy, portion out each of us how much we get from the entire haul, and then take the rest and like stash it so we couldn't eat all of it.
Oh.
Which I understand as a parent probably sounded smart, but to me as a child taught me that no matter how hard I worked, I would only get the equal sum.
Like 33.3%.
Exactly. So if I was out there working my ass off to get this candy and I filled up my bag and my brother's got half a bag, I realize he's going to get 3/4 and I'm going to get 3/4.
I'm not working these streets for nothing.
Exactly. So at that point, I started to like give up on my ambitions during Halloween for that. So yeah. And that's how the whole like sibling candy heist thing started. Because my siblings would start stealing candy from each other's stashes.
Oh,
yeah. Even years later now, I think after the olders of us moved out and Gigi was still left in the house, she would find like candy that we had like stolen from each other and like stashed in secret places. And Gigi specifically loved to do this too. She would have like tons and tons of candy just hidden underneath her socks in her drawer.
Oh, that's smart.
And she would like take it specifically from Jesse for some reason. And she would leave. She would know to leave me and Junior's stash alone because Junior's vicious about his stash.
I believe it. I've heard stories about that boy and food.
And she don't mess with me because I'm the oldest. So, but Jessie was fair game. So she would go in her little closet and like find her little stash in the back and be like, no.
Well, so kind of on that topic, I guess we sort of explored this with cereals, but what are your top 3 Halloween candies to see in your bag? I don't want top 3 candies. I want top 3 things you have seen in your Halloween stash and you have been excited about.
Oh, interesting.
Am I going to have to fuck, marry, kill the candy? Or
No, I wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
I mean, that's up to you. I think it's a personal choice.
I was just wondering if that's what this was leading into.
No, I'm genuinely curious, actually, a little bit. I have.
3.
I'm glad you clarified that because now I can say Sour Patch Kids for mine.
I'm curious. So whoever wants, I don't know if you guys have a off the top of your head.
Thinking.
Globally, apparently Snickers is up there. I hate Snickers.
No, I don't like Snickers.
Snickers is disgusting.
Like Snickers is like a top 3 candy, I think, in the world. And I'm a big caramel guy. Anything with caramel in it, but Snickers still doesn't.
My top 3 Twix.
Yeah,
classic for me.
Absolutely.
Sour Patch Kids, and I like the Smarties.
Really?
Yeah, I was the Smarties kid.
I think those are pretty offensive for me at the age of
Really?
that. Yeah, but
I
like,
used to
as
get
a
excited.
kid-
Like all the little Smarties I got, I would be really excited.
As a kid, like they were better, but like now they just like make my mouth.
Well, they're just sugar,
like,
basically.
Like they scratch my mouth or something, dude. I don't know. Like I'm not.
Maybe you shouldn't eat them with like gravel. at the
Yeah,
same
maybe
time.
that somebody have just been putting the razor blades in. Like I've heard that they do on Halloween. So
I think Skittles definitely up there.
Okay.
I was less of the chocolate person, more of like if it's fully made of sugar, then I want it in my mouth.
Yeah.
So Skittles was definitely up there. Caveat was Three Musketeers.
Oh,
because those things.
I don't get Three Musketeers and I don't get Snickers.
I love Three Musketeers too.
Oh.
That nougat.
Oh,
Dude.
I didn't know
about
what it was. Oh, my child brain only knew the dopamine that hit.
It was so
hit
light.
my mouth. It was so good.
Do you guys like Crunch?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm a
the
big
one.
fan
I
of
like
Crunch.
it's mid tier. It's like B tier for me.
I love crispy stuff, like crispy,
Yeah.
crunchy stuff like that. Like,
like gravel.
yeah, exactly. There was
Love
another-
munching on some gravel.
There's like a newer one that comes in like a purple packaging. I've only had it like once or twice, and it's like Crunch, but like better. I was like, oh, this is the bee's knees. But I am a big fan of Crunch.
What was the last one? I think the last one's probably the most offensive, but York mints.
I like York Mints.
No, yeah, that's
Okay,
a good choice.
I think
Yeah.
some people, when they hear anything that's mint flavored, are immediately turned off.
No,
because it's toothpaste pilled. And I won't deny, there were certain brands of toothpaste I wasn't allowed to have as a kid. Because I would definitely go to town.
We're a Colgate household. No Oral-B.
Some of them, they are made to be guzzled down.
That's insane.
Like,
I've never.
I'm sorry.
That's like a poison risk kind of thing.
It
Like-
sure is, but it didn't stop me. You know, I turned out fine. I think.
Well, okay. I think since we're talking about York peppermint patties, I have to. I am a big fan of those. But I was kind of right. My mom grew up eating. She liked those, but she loved. Have you ever had the Junior Mints? They're in like the boxes.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
She loved the Junior Mints, and she loved Good and Plenty, and they were in this square, same kind of rectangular box. So those are what I grew up having. But anyways, back to the York peppermint patty. Mason, who I mentioned earlier, is a fucking fiend for York peppermint patties, dude. And I'm kind of outing him here, but I can't not talk about it. I remember one year for Christmas or his birthday or something, I think I got him 2 bags of York peppermint patties, and his mom specifically told me, don't give him both of those bags of York peppermint patty. I think I was just like, whatever.
He's a grown adult. He can handle
he'll be fine. And he gave it gone. Like, not even, I swear, not even a day. I look at the trash can if there's something away, and the bag is just there. I'm like, oh my god, she wasn't kidding. I mean, and I can mess some candy up, so I don't want to like make him seem like he's alone. But specifically York peppermint patties, like I think my threshold is like 3. Maybe of those in a row, and I'm good. But they are delicious. That was impressive.
I'm just imagining Mason just smothered in
It's just like covered in melted chocolate.
and mint.
He smells delectable.
He's not even eating. He's just smothering it on his face. Like,
Mom was like, I warned him. I warned that boy.
We're gonna have Mason on this podcast to defend himself. At this point,
He'd just be right though. Like from our standpoint, like York peppermint patties are great. So
they are great.
he's sitting here and we just like wave one right across his face. Like,
be gone, dude. Well, for my top 3, I think my number 1 is with John on Twix. I would love, like, that's hands down my favorite.
Twix is good.
And then my 2 is with you, is Three Musketeers. I love getting Three Musketeers. I have kind of, as I've gotten older, I've kind of shied more away from them, but I do still think they're really good.
Honestly, I think my teeth have gotten more sensitive as I got older, and I think the amount of sugar in those like actually hurt me.
Yeah.
Like I used to just munch, and now it's like if I bite into one, I have to give myself a couple minutes to like chew it properly.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it will hurt my mouth.
Well, and so I'm kind of surprised neither of you said Reese's, because a lot of people love Reese's, right?
it's up there for me, but not my top 3.
I'm not a peanut butter guy usually, but and so my 3rd isn't Reese's, it's Reese's Pieces. I don't know if you guys ever had them specifically, but I
are pretty bomb.
loved them
They are
as a
good.
kid. They were awesome to me. I didn't get them often. They weren't like a frequent one you would see, but when I saw them, I was like, like praise Jesus.
It's the texture, I think. It's like they have the crunchy like shell on them, sort of like M&Ms do.
Yeah.
But they're more like the Reese's-y flavored.
It has like it's not. Chocolate. I think my problem with Reese's is there's so much peanut butter in a cup, like a regular cup.
You get the minis now though; those are pretty good.
The minis. The Reese's mini, like they have a mini cup.
They have like mini cups of them. Yeah.
Oh,
maybe I have that in minis.
Interesting.
I've had of those.
We should get sponsored by Reese's.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get sponsored by any major candy brand anytime soon, unless
we just have to keep saying more. Yeah, honorable mentions.
York peppermint patties would be devious, dude. I don't know if they're sponsoring anyone. I need to look that up immediately.
Lead into our Mars sponsorship.
Peppermint patty.
I wish.
But yeah, that's kind of
yum yum.
What's going on in the Halloween world? I think at this point,
I like shit. I was about to lead into something, but my brain dropped it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I can lead into something.
Okay, you lead in first.
It's a bad lead, but it is a lead. So
the applause transition got us there. So
that's true.
Yeah. So now you can get
We were talking very briefly about how you were going up to Boston and like it was near the Salem witch trials. That did make me think of my Uncle Mike, who I had mentioned briefly to you guys that I have a story about. And I don't think I've told either of you this full story yet. Did I tell you the full story?
You've told me 2 parts of it, but I don't know if it's the full amount.
So my Uncle Mike is an actor. He lives in Michigan.
Shout out to Uncle Mike.
Currently, love that guy. Currently, he's employed at I don't know the name of the company specifically, but they're a pretty big like wedding service based company. So like he's a server at weddings usually, and he usually is the one that handles the bride and groom. Like he's pretty up there on it. And I think he's part of some overarching either resort or hotel company or something like that. I don't know the specifics, but there was a big golf event that was happening in.
By big golf event, Collin means the PGA Tour, which is
I don't know
the biggest golf event.
I don't know. I don't know if it was like a Masters or if it was whatever specifically. I'm not dialed into the golfing world by any means. So, but his company ended up being the ones having to take care of people for this golf event one way or another. And they the side tangent a little bit, but like they showed them their outfits that they had to wear for it, and it was like these little like khaki shorts and like a t-shirt. And Uncle Mike was like, "I'm not fucking wearing that." And so
not caught dead in it.
So no. And so a lot of very powerful people are coming to this golf event, right? They initially told my Uncle Mike that Trump would be coming and that Uncle Mike would be handling Trump. And Jesus. Uncle Mike Uncle Mike is gay, and Uncle Mike has lived in California for most of his life. So I would say he leans more liberal. I don't know his specific political affiliations, but he doesn't like Donald Trump, right? And so they told him this, and he was like, "Fuck no, I'm not doing anything for Donald Trump." And they were like, "Yes, you are." And he's like, "No, I'm not." And
he wears even shorter khaki shorts, like just right up there.
And so like they would try and threaten to fire him, like, if you don't do what we say. And he's just like, "Fire me. Like, I just want to be a vet. What are you going to do?" And so they would just be like, "Grr," and then they just like wave to whatever. Like, that's the same thing they did with the outfit thing. They're like, "If you don't wear this outfit, you're going to be fired." He's like, "Okay." And they're just like, "Yeah." And they just wear what he wants. So
you've seen through our ruse.
So ultimately, Trump didn't end up coming, right? But they learned this. I shouldn't say I had no idea any of this happened until recently. But we learned that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia was coming. And that is you talk about powerful people.
I've gotten a few emails from that guy.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Isn't he like...
JJ, I need to find the Chaos Emeralds. You're the only one that can help me.
If somebody did send me a spam email about that, I would reply to that one. I'd give them my login information, whatever they wanted. So the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia was coming, and Mike was going to take care of him. And this guy is very powerful, and I think... I don't know if it's him or his dad who is the current king, but they're like the second richest people in the world. First, second, or third, somewhere up there. I mean, trillions.
I don't think they have to report their earnings, but people think that family is like the richest people because of all the oil money and stuff.
They're up there. I mean, they certainly have money. And so Uncle Mike got told that he would be taking care of him because the butler, the Saudi Arabian crown prince's butler, was sick and couldn't make it. And so Mike was told, you're going to be his butler. This event was like a week long. So he's his 24/7 butler for the entire week. He'll be sleeping in like the penthouse beside the giant penthouse suite that the prince is sleeping in.
The baby penthouse.
Yeah, exactly. And anything and everything the prince asks is just, yep.
Just say yes and go for it.
So prior to that, I think the same day that Mike got told that he got a call from the British butler, who was the crown prince's Saudi Arabia's actual butler, and he left him a message, and it was like, the water bottles need to be here, this room needs to be this temperature, this room needs to be this temperature, this should be here, this should be here, all that jazz. And so Mike was like, I think he was scared and intimidated, but also like pretty excited, like pumped for it, like and I remember he mentioned, like, when you're in the presence of someone that powerful, like, words can't explain how you feel, like, as a person. And he was also just making like a bunch of sexual innuendos about, he was like, oh, step on me, whatever. So you can't, he says you have to refer to the prince as your excellency. That's how you have to talk to him the whole time. And he said the prince was very nice. There were a couple of situations where, like, I guess the prince was out and like golfing, or he had brought his tennis equipment too. He had flown it separately because the prince loves to play tennis. And so I guess he was going to play either tennis or golf, and he said, hey, go get me my black sweatshirt from the thing. And so Mike goes up there and he's throwing the place into shambles looking for the black sweatshirt, can't find it, comes back down, and he like tells the assistant to the crown prince, he's like, I can't find the fucking sweatshirt. And she was like, it's up there, we know it's up there. He's like, I can't find it. And they both go up there, and they're like another like 10-15 minutes, they're freaking out trying to find it, they can't find it. And so Mike goes to like the big, I don't know if he was the CEO or like the big manager or owner or whatever of the place. And he's just like, I can't leave the prince. This guy can't leave the prince. We need you, who's like the CEO of the whole company, to go down the street to like Walmart and buy a black hoodie so we can tell him it's his. And the dude's like, what? And go. And he's like, okay. And so the dude goes and buys the prince a black hoodie, gives it to Mike, gives it to him. And
does he not, can he not tell that it's not his?
I guess it's an unbranded generic black hoodie or something. Crazy. I don't know.
That's
and so Mike definitely, he couldn't communicate with us too much during this whole 7-day period, but he was there would be just like a few communications. It'd be like, Prince is very powerful, I am stressed out, talk to you soon. Something like that. It was like, heading to sleep now, blah blah blah. So there was also, I'm trying to remember because it's been a little bit at this point, but there was a little bit of drama with trying to get the prince like to the airport or something, because initially Mike was supposed to accompany him to the airport, but Mike had been awake for like 27 hours at that point, and Mike was like, fuck you, I'm going to sleep. And so I don't think Mike ended up accompanying the prince to the airport or anything, but he did end up leaving safely. He said the prince was very nice. I don't know if I want to say that. Never mind.
Okay. All right, yeah.
Like I said, the prince is a very powerful man.
We can bleep it out. We can edit all this out later. I can just look at the timestamp. We can let it out.
Just have Collin talking with no sound coming out. You're like, oh, yeah.
So, that was a bananas thing too. So there's always something, whenever I talk to Mike, there's always some wild nonsense going on.
Mike sounds like the type of guy who just has something going on.
He's hilarious. He's like, I've told you guys before, he's like, I think he's in his mid-60s at this point. He has alopecia, so he has no hair on his body.
He's going to be very mad at you if you got that age wrong.
True. He's actually 22. And he has played, like I said, he was an actor, but because of alopecia, I think he usually plays like dead bodies or like really like not like people who are medically unwell.
Wait,
or,
you know what? So does that mean he has no eyebrows either?
Yeah, he doesn't have eyebrows.
Oh my god.
So, I think he draws them in most of the time.
Oh, well, I guess that's.
But yeah, so he played Satan on the show Salem. For like a season or two, and then they casted Marilyn Manson to do it, and that guy would probably, that makes sense. So Mike's been in shows like Nip Tuck, Law and Order. He was recently.
Oh, he could play a dead body in Law and Order.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
was he a dead body?
I don't know. I think he's been in Law and Order multiple times, likely as a dead body or as somebody becoming a dead body.
Get our dead body guy on the line. You gotta get him on the show.
There's gotta be a YouTube channel that keeps track of all the dead bodies. Like, they reuse this actor for this dead body. It's inconsistent.
So he does have an actual IMDb and stuff. And most recently, he was in a like B tier horror movie. It was called The Russian Bride. And the main actor, I'm gonna look it up real quick because I actually don't know him, but a lot of people do know the main actor from him. His name is like Corbin Branson or something like that.
Corbin Blue?
That's what everybody thinks. Corbin Blue, but it's not. It's not Corbin Blue. It was Corbin Burnson. He's apparently a pretty known guy. I don't know if you've seen that guy before.
Never seen him in my life.
Oh. Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah. Jamie, pull that up.
I got it. I legitimately do got it.
So,
I'm gonna see for it.
But yeah, he was in that most recently. Yeah, there he is, Michael Robert Brandon, the third one.
Oh, yeah. Look at him.
No. But yeah, he's great. He's hilarious. I love that guy to death. So, he's been in a lot of.
Wow.
You can probably go if you scroll down. It actually tells you what he's been in and stuff. So.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. You're right. He would make for a really good dead body.
Oh yeah, CSI. He was in CSI as well.
Holy moly! Yeah, he's been in a lot of
Heathens
stuff.
and Thieves was a pretty big one. I think when it was coming out, it was supposed to be pretty good.
He's really monopolized the dead body market.
Yeah. But maybe it was CSI and not Law and Order. I always mix those up. I see CSI, but I don't see Law and Order. So
I think you're right. I think it might have just been CSI.
But
man, that's cool.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. He's been on the telly for a little bit. So I don't want to say for sure because I haven't talked to him about it recently, but I think he has plans to go back to California soon because he's still in Michigan, and obviously California is the place you want to be if you're getting into stuff. And I think his agent has told him that there's been some opportunities for him out there, but obviously he's in Michigan, so we'll see what happens there. But
we're rooting for you, Uncle Mike.
Love that guy. Seriously, if he ever comes to North Carolina, I gotta get him to hang with you guys. The last time he came that I remember, I was a little kid, but my dad was, younger, and it was Christmas time, and they were in the mall. My mom told me the story, and Uncle Mike would just like cause chaos. Particularly the one point I remember is that Uncle Mike ran and sat on Santa's lap and was like making the dude wildly uncomfortable. Like, ooh, you have a little gift for me or something like that. And yeah, it was a great time. Dude is hilarious. He's a funny guy. I should play at some point for you guys, not for the podcast, one of his voicemails, because he'll leave like 3 or 4 minute voicemails, and it's just like the funniest dramatic nonsense you've ever encountered. So
Big Mike.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Shout out to Mike.
Uncle Mike. He actually him and my mom both changed their names from what they were. Yeah.
So he's not actually a Mike. He's like,
I think he is actually a Mike. I think he changed his middle name. I could be wrong though. I don't remember specifically what he changed. My mom changed the spelling of her name. It was originally Linda. Now she's Lynda.
Oh, so unique.
Pretty intense.
So special.
So,
I still have to figure out if I'm changing my name. I don't know.
To what?
Something not with 14 letters in the last name.
Easier to write legally. Yeah.
I think it was like, you should change it to Lee. And I was like, because I wanted to change my first name as well to JJ.
Yeah.
So that way it's like
JJ Lee.
Yeah. But I was like, do I want to go from like 20 something letters to like 6?
Yeah, that's a pretty stark difference.
I'm losing all my letters. I gotta keep
all my letters are gonna evaporate. But there's another weird thing, because I was like, her middle name is K, like the letter K.
That's it.
That's her middle name. It messes her up at the airport all the time, because people will be like, it's like, what's your full like middle name? It's like, that's it. It's K. People will be like, what the
Her parents just got lazy at that point.
So I was like, what if I changed my middle name to a K, and we could have like a Monkey D. Luffy situation? You know, we have like the D's in the middle name, and it's like the K's in the middle name.
So you could like name your child and have like the Monkey K Lee.
Yeah.
Your first name could be 1J, and then you're JK.
JK.
Then you're always just kidding.
I don't know if I want that. John's still rooting for Cloudburst as one of the options for my last name.
Cloudburst?
I don't even know where that came from at this point, but it's a running joke.
This is the first I've heard of this.
Yeah. That was our old trivia team name.
That's right.
We used Cloudburst.
We were Team Cloudburst.
It makes you think of Final Fantasy.
It does make you think of, but I don't think it was Final Fantasy inspired whatsoever. I think John was just looking for something cool to say. And I think Cloudburst.
I mean, it's cool.
It is cool.
It's cool.
It is cool. I just don't want my kid to be bullied for 15, 16 years of their life. And I think maybe Cloudburst might be a little too on the edge for that. Maybe a little bit.
The edge of glory.
Maybe if it was year 3000, maybe it could work. I think that's a little bit like Neo Genesis type of vibes. But I think we're still midway. We're not even midway through the 2000s.
I don't know. I feel like if I met someone named Cloudburst, I'd just be like, oh shit. I would only be jealous.
Oh my god, what anime are you from?
They've got aura.
Oh, that's definitely main protagonist energy.
Yeah, true.
So that's that Cloudburst may be on the table, maybe not. We'll think about it.
It's up there, and then John's is Maximilian.
Yeah.
Yeah, John has been attached to Maximilian for as long as I've known him.
That plant back there is Maximilius.
There you go. So close. Yeah, John's been into that.
There you go. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Just showing the plant.
Oh, the plant. Oh.
So I'm blocking it. There's Maximilian.
Fine.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you should be the one to do it. What do we have?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is what do we have?
It's at net negative NN.
We have TikTok negative. TikTok, dude. The past few days, I've just been doing that. I've just been saying just the most incomprehensible things.
TikTok,
Instagram. We did do Twitter, X. We didn't do Facebook, and I don't think we're going to.
Nah,
that's not.
Facebook is a cesspool.
I don't think it's reaching any audiences there. So.
Wait, what? Don't.
Facebook? Do we have a Facebook?
No,
we don't.
We're not.
Okay, no, we should.
We don't need one.
No, it's dumb. All right, so you do you do the outro. He has all the stuff. So.
Okay, so you can follow us over at where you're probably watching this, possibly on YouTube at negative.
Say it 3 times fast.
Why did we put so many N's in it?
I don't know.
Net negative NN, one word. We are also on Spotify, Net Negative. We have an Apple Podcast, Net Negative NN. You can find us on Instagram, Net Negative NN, TikTok, Net Negative NN, and Twitter, also Net Negative NN. That is all of them.
We're pretty consistent there.
We're very, very
well, and also I think our profile picture is also just gonna be our logo. So if you just look up Net Negative on any of those things, just look for that logo. I mean, I'm sure having NN isn't gonna drastically change.
You don't know that.
Anything.
You don't know.
What do you do?
It could. You don't know that.
You're just putting the spreadsheet.
We have no budget, dude. It's crazy. He's just showing the spreadsheet.
That's not kosher. That is not okay.
There's not even logos for each platform. There's not even anything. It's just this is it.
Those are our logins. You can't do that. Those are our emails.
Is it showing our password?
There's no passwords on it. And I'm going to edit out the password anyways, so nobody will be able to see it and dox us. So don't you worry.
I don't want to put that spreadsheet up there. Dude. We're already scuffed as fuck.
It's a disaster.
The scuffed is what we're aiming for.
Do you need a refill? Aren't you out of liquids?
I'm completely out of liquid.
Yeah, I think JJ needs a refill. I probably should refill my water.
Somebody refill my liquid.
I'll be a little water boy.
John be the water boy.